Hello everybody, and welcome back to the final episode of Donkey Kong Country 2. And we're just going to be finishing up the game, and we're going to be getting that 102%. Although there's going to be a slight asterisk on that 102%, because I did something in this game that very minor, but it, for whatever reason, doesn't count as 102%, even though it's like so minor, it's who gives half a shit. So apparently I did not know this at the time. I had to look it up afterwards, but
You didn't kiss my grandma goodnight.
No. The character that we were supposed to meet at least once was Swanky Kong, who does like a trivia game thing where he asks you questions about the game, and then if you answer it, you get extra lives. You have to visit him at least once, and that counts for 2%. I did not do that this run. So that's why by the end of this video it'll say 100%, but I actually did do everything. It's just fuck Swanky Kong. I don't give half a shit about his lives. But we need some money so we can buy Funky's airplane to go to the next level, because I figured that was faster than actually, you know, beating the boss again. So even though I think you can get 2 coins in the first boss area, but whatever. We'll grind a little bit of money and then grab our plane and then make our way to the first secret level.
The Epstein Island.
I mean, that's basically what this area is.
Wait, was he floating in like a hoverboard?
Yeah, he was on a hoverboard just floating around.
Oh my goodness. Is this guy like impersonating a Japanese delinquent?
No, I think he was a big fan of Back to the Future 2. Because he managed to get some power on his hoverboard.
No, I was talking about the guy with a massive club.
Oh, that guy. Okay. I don't know who the fuck he's supposed to be.
You uncultured swine. You never watched an anime with delinquents? Seriously?
I saw a little bit of Akira and was very confused by it because I only saw like half of it.
Yeah, well, Akira is not a good movie regardless. Like, honestly, like, Akira is probably one of those movies that is mostly remembered for, like, what it did to animation, and not for its, and because it has, like, the bike slide, the iconic bike slide, because when in regards to storytelling, it's pretty mediocre, to say the least. Yeah, it's just like a really nonsensical story. But have yet to read the manga.
Yeah, I
Actually,
heard that
have you
the manga is like extremely long and really thick.
No, not really.
No?
Not really. I mean, it's I mean, if you buy the omnibus, it's probably the same size of like the. I haven't. I think it's like in the thick volumes, like the omnibus ones. It's probably like 6 volumes or something like that. For reference, I have the Alita manga, Battle Angel Alita, and it's. Let me see how many pages it has.
4.
447 pages. So, yeah, and there's like the first volume has 447 pages, and they seem to, at least from what I've seen like online, like I've seen some versions of the Akira manga with like 6 volumes, but they don't seem to be as thick as like the Alita, the ones I have for Alita. Alita has 4 volumes though, the version I have. To get around to read. I also have Yu Yu Hakusho here, and I still haven't got around to finishing that.
Yeah, the only thing I really know about that one is that the main mentor character is a baby.
Lord Emma. Or Enma. It's like I think it's the guide to the afterlife and like the ruler of afterlife in the Shinto religion.
Okay.
In case you haven't guessed the reference from before, like there's a lot of anime where you see like delinquent characters and they're holding like, a baseball bat with a lot of nails stuck to it.
I mean, I thought that was just generally not so much an anime thing, just like a usual thug stereotype.
Well, what if then? It is a pretty popular. It seems to be a popular trope in anime. Really, not like the delinquent with baseball. Oh, this asshole! What is?
Yeah. What makes these assholes pretty bad, too, is that the green ones just knock you back a little bit. The yellow ones knock you back and take away 10 bananas from your inventory. And then there's the gray ones that take away a life every time they bump into you. Thankfully, you can grab them back if you're fast enough, but still, it's like, holy shit. Yeah, there's the gray one, and there goes a life, and there goes a life, and there goes a life. There goes a life.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get on top of him so he can stop bumping me. Like, these levels are fucking hard, go. Like, this is, the Star World path in Mario World levels of hard.
Well, get good.
Yeah, Mr. I have to complain about hitboxes in Dark Souls 1.
Because they are bad.
No, you're just bad at the game.
Yeah. I'm so bad at the game I finished it twice.
Sure you finished it. Did you stream yourself doing it like I did?
No, because I'm not I don't need the validation. Also, screw playing that game on keyboard and mouse. Oh my god. You wanna you wanna hate the world? Try playing a game like Dark Souls with keyboard and mouse. You're gonna...
Well, clearly you need to play more Typing of the Dead to get good at those keyboard skills.
Mm-hmm.
But, let's see, what else have I been doing? Oh, I started playing I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
What do you have, like, where did you buy it?
It's on Steam, surprisingly
Okay.
enough. Which is weird because, Cyber Dreams, I think, is the company that made it. Their other game that was really popular, Darkseid, is not on Steam, or even on good old games.
I recall that game being notorious for having some really nonsensical, like, puzzles.
Yeah, I definitely know the second one did, because the second one is, completely fucking bonkers. But
Is that the one where there's, like, the cat puzzle?
Maybe, but I do know that there's a puzzle where you trick a cop into leaving the police station by essentially prank calling him, saying that there's a problem on the other side of town, and you confuse him by having him not recognize you by holding your nose while talking.
That's not the dumbest thing I've heard about that game.
I know, but, like, it's sort of like, yeah, of all the things that you could have done, you just plug your nose and do that. Yeah, I'm somebody else now. And it's like no one could possibly recognize you. But what else was there? Oh yeah, there's also the guy who waters his lawn for. Yeah, he literally states that, oh, I'm on vacation, so I'm just gonna water my lawn for 2 weeks. And he just waters his lawn, and there's a point where you walk into his house, and it's filled with nothing but drawers. Yeah, there's a bunch of weird fucking shit with Dark Side, or Dark Seed 2.
I can recall like I remember the video. Spoonie made a video like many. Spoonie made once a video talking about I have no mouth and on my screen. And I recall saying that apparently the original version of that game was unfinishable because there was a glitch that basically stopped. Like you could not reach the end of the game.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case because even with whatever version I'm playing, it's still very glitchy, and the user interface is not exactly what I would describe as refined. Because a lot of it's one of those old point-and-click games where it has like all the buttons that you can do, like if you can talk to something or you can walk to something. Like there's options that you like GUIs that you click on, and then it changes how your mouse controls work. But aside from the fact that half of them are completely fucking redundant options, like use and swallow are two different commands, for example. Even though you could have just made use a certain item be the exact same thing, but I digress. There's also times where using a door does not work, but walking to a door works in order to go through the door. And then there are other times where both options are valid. So it's like things like that where it's like, come on, you guys could have done better. But let's see. But otherwise, it's a pretty decent game. I do like how things have progressed so far in it. The characters are at least a lot better written and designed than most other games, so there's that.
I was gonna ask if you have ever read the story it's based on.
No, but I did see Wendigoon's review of it, and he basically says what the whole thing is about, essentially. And what's kind of interesting is that in the original story, they really only... There is the 5 characters, but only one of them is technically the main character, so to speak. And the other ones are just sort of there. But in the game, they give each one like an overarching storyline and arc that they go through. I think what's also kind of weird is that they make mention of the main story and plot, but considering how the story progresses, that would technically be impossible. But I digress. I'm currently recording it, so we'll talk about that whenever we do a Let's Play of it.
No.
You don't want to?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna say that right now. I don't want to do a Let's Play of that game.
Why exactly?
Because I'm getting old and I'm not fond of being depressed. Like, there is a reason why I haven't seen... what's the name of that? There's a reason why I haven't seen To Kill a Mockingbird. You know? It's because I'm at the point in my life where I just don't have I'm not in the mood to just to depress myself willfully.
But that's how you know you're truly alive. Being nice and depressed about things. Shows that you have humanity.
Yeah, I don't live in Canada. Okay, so that excuse doesn't work. I know when you leave, like when you live in Canuck land, you only know you're alive when it hurts. But I live in a tropical country, so I prefer to watch stuff that makes me happy.
Madagascar isn't a real country.
It's more of a country than Switzerland. No, sorry, not Switzerland, Belgium.
Alright, so you heard it here first, folks. That won't be a game for Halloween, and neither will Eternal Darkness, because Goku's too much of a puss baby to play those games.
Hey, we still have something like, what, 7 months to Halloween? 6?
Yeah, I gotta get things prepared, baby.
Yeah, I mean, it's 6 months to Halloween. I might play Eternal Darkness in between now and then.
I don't know, when was the last time I asked you if you played it and you were like, no?
And you could just do something like Resident Evil or Fatal Frame. I actually have the trilogy. Have you ever played Fatal Frame?
No, although my friend, or my one friend back when I was working at Home Depot, he offloaded a whole bunch of games to me that he wasn't playing anymore, and one of them was Fatal Frame 2 for the Xbox, I think. And I was like, oh wow, thank you very much for fucking that, because that was a really rare game. He was like, oh yeah, no problem. Like, he didn't get
have an
shit that he
Xbox?
just gave me it.
Do you have an Xbox?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Because one of the games I'm actually really proud of that I own is Steel Battalion. And that's a game that I would recommend people play if they ever get the chance to do so, but good luck getting that chance. Because I think they only made like 3,000 copies of that game or some shit, just because of how massive the controller is.
But like the original Duke, they called it Duke controller, right? A really big ass Xbox controller that was.
Oh, it's not an Xbox controller. It's like a whole fucking like. You could easily mistake it for like a an airplane control board. Like, it's massive. But no, that's a fun game. I do need to actually get through level 1 because that game is pretty difficult, and it's also a game where if your character dies, it just erases your file, so you have to start all over again.
What?
Yeah, because one of the things that they did to make it really hard was that you have an eject button to get out of your mobile tank whenever it takes too much damage. And if you don't do that fast enough, it explodes and you die.
Wow.
Although what's really baffling is that they did make an online multiplayer game for Steel Battalion, which is its own standalone title, which, needless to say, failed because, aside from the fact that, like, that was a game that not many people had to begin with, there weren't that many people online to play it. So, it was kind of a dead-on-arrival thing. And then Capcom decided, hey, this Kinect thing seems like a good idea. Let's do a sequel to Steel Battalion without a controller. And it turned out to be like literally one of the worst games for the Xbox Kinect. So that was a good legacy for that series. And Goku's gone silent. Feels bad.
Yeah, I'm entranced by the monkeys.
Those
And
aren't monkeys,
my
they're
leg.
Cat of Nine Tails. God damn it.
Sam, drop the LSD.
You're talking about the blue thing spinning around, right?
No, Sam, why are you doing this? Do you not see the monkeys?
Yeah, like, you should have been entranced by them the whole time if you're being entranced by them now. Like, what the fuck? Did you just drop LSD and now that's why you're being entranced?
No, it's because I don't have, like, I know next to nothing about Steel Battalion, and I was just like, okay, that is more information that I care to remember, and so the monkeys were more interesting.
Well, if you think that's too much information, just wait until I get you interested in Christory.
Who the hell is that?
Christian.
Oh.
People who keep track of his exploits are known as Christorians.
Mm-hmm. Or people with no life. Goodness gracious. Like, it's saddening how much of internet history revolved around Christian.
Yeah, it was a bit of a funny joke. I was talking to some friends at school about the recent hack that happened with 4chan that basically caused the site to die.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the last post to come out of 4chan was Chicken Jockey.
Mm-hmm.
And someone made a joke saying like, yeah, the new history standard for humanity is going to be before Minecraft and after Minecraft.
Well, you could say though it is like that for gaming.
Yeah, kind of. Well, there's plenty of points that you could say, like, a game that revolutionized things. Like, you could say there's before Pong and after Pong, or Space Wars. What other fun games were there? Like Mario 64. There's a bunch of shit.
Although perhaps, like, if you're gonna talk about impact on the industry, the original Mario, or like the original platformers for Mario Bros would probably be bigger. Because, like,
but the 3D platformers, there you go.
Yeah, but I would put the original in regards to influence higher, just for the fact that. Just for the fact, basically, that it came like right after the industry crash, and how much it captured the market, that kind of thing. And it was pretty much, I think, it was a pretty much significant thing because like the standard prior to that for console gaming seems to be just Atari.
Yeah, it was Atari, and that's why it crashed, was because they essentially allowed just whatever company to make whatever garbage and mass produce it as fast as possible. Which is why there's so many shit games for the old Atari consoles.
Yeah. But I think the interesting thing about Minecraft really is how I think there is pretty much an entire generation of people, of gamers, who were raised on Minecraft.
Yeah.
And that sets a pretty strong, like different standard from what came before. Because like what do you remember being like your first game?
Mario 64.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, PlayStation era. That was
Basically 96 is when Mario 64 came out, so
yeah.
I think I played Mario 64 around 98, so I would have been about 5 at the time.
Yeah. So it is a thing, like the generation of people who were raised by games like Mario 64. People like millennials who were raised in Mario 64, they're probably gonna have like a different standard to the people who were a different perspective on gaming than for the people who were raised on Minecraft.
Well, yeah, just because they're essentially completely separate games. I think the only thing they have in common is that you can jump.
We're not talking just the style of gameplay. I mean, talking like how they. I mean, perhaps the kind of, I don't know, kind of objective they see because like I may be talking about my ass right now. I'm not gonna stop.
Sounds good. But let's see. Oh, speaking of things that I guess were near and dear to people's hearts, Goku and I just saw the original Suspiria movie, and
Yeah.
boy howdy, I do not know what the hell people saw in that movie.
It's pretty colors and funky music, man. That's all it took, I guess.
I guess, but like as we were watching it, that was like the two major complaints that we had about it was that wow, the sound mixing's fucking horrible, and the colors are like as in your face as possible.
Yeah. I didn't have such a problem with the colors. It was mainly the sound that was all like this thing that was really bothering me the whole way through.
Yeah, but I guess my problem with the colors was that it was sure it looked nice in like an artsy sort of way, but at the same time it was like too on the nose with its symbolism. Like when the danger was around, everything went completely red, and it was like cool.
Yeah. No, but there was also the part where it was green and the woman was trying to run away from the killer in the most pathetic way possible.
Yeah, by crashing into a cabinet twice.
Oh, I couldn't. I wish that was the only problem. That whole scene was just farcical. First of all, there is no... In her physical acting, there is absolutely no sense of urgency.
What are you talking about? When she fell into the barbed wire, she was swimming further into the barbed wire. It sounds urgent.
I mean, it didn't even look like barbed wire, which was the most hilarious. But like the whole thing was pathetic. Like I found it almost hilarious how remember how I don't know, when she was in the room with a guy like pathetically trying to open
Oh, the latch, yeah.
Yeah, a latch that would take not less than a second to open in real life.
Yeah, for
and
those
like
who
she's
need to know, basically it was one of those latches where it goes up and over, so you just have to flick it up to get it off. And the guy stuck his knife in such a way that if you just flicked your wrist up, you'd be done. And he was just
the
sort
whole
of
time
jimmying it like a centimeter at a time, being like, nope, didn't get it for like 5 minutes.
He was acting like as if he was dealing with an actual lock that you have to pry the tumblers open, to pry the tumblers in place. Because in case like if anyone's seen how lock picking is done, basically you have to shove like the lockpick and pry the tumblers until they stuck in place. Ever seen a locksmith work on that?
I've seen the lockpicking lawyer pick locks, and that's about it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, he was acting like it was that kind of lock when it was just like a latch, and it was pathetic. But then the woman starts like looking for a way out, and she walks with all the urgency of someone who's like looking for the bathroom at 3 a.m. You know, it's kind of dark. You don't really know where the switch is, and you're just gonna start tapping on the walls. But like she didn't look exactly like she was desperate for running for her life.
Oh shit! Look at that. Cranky Kong's not afraid to admit it, but even he's wrong occasionally. Turns out we're a major hero. Huzzah.
Got a nuclear bomb on the hideout.
Yeah, we kicked King K. Rool into the core, and it caused the whole island to explode. Now that's an ending well deserved.
Better than the ending of Suspiria, to be honest. It makes more sense.
Yeah.
You know, I can actually see how the actions from the characters led to this ending, unlike Suspiria.
Yeah. So as you can see there, even though I have the exact same amount of DK coins and everything between both files, the reason I only have the 100%, I didn't run into Swanky Kong. So that's how you get 102%. But anyway, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Have a nice night.
See ya.